Hey everyone, it's your good friend Zach, the voice behind your second favorite Yosoki on this podcast. I mean, let's be real. Who can beat out the cosmopolitan charm of Old Red Tooth? Anyway, I'm here with a few quick updates from Pod Against the Machineville. What's this? Sorry, folks. One of the fine minds in legal has thrust a missive in my face and... Yeah, no, but... Wait, so we have to say this? The money wasn't free? Even if it's already spent? Okay. Well, y'all, we'll be getting to those announcements shortly. But first, what does this say here? Yes. First, a word from our sponsor, Viscosity Foods, United. Hello, pot consumer. It is I, Goose Gobblegoop, the CEO of Viscosity Foods, United, the largest conglomerate of semi-solid sustenance in the known universe, and the maker of the much-revered GooTube. TM. Now here at VFG, we have a saying. We only care about two things, the goo and you. And that's true, folks. We've been filling mouths, stomachs, and hearts for 1,100 years with family favorites like smokin' strawberry schadenfreude and medically dangerously cheesy caramel crunch. And we still make it like my grandmother did. Of course, our rocky road is still made with 100% real, hand-harvested chunks of road, and like they really handle it, too. You can definitely taste the hands. Which brings me to my point. As I said, we only care about two things, the goo and you. Well, Potter, what if they were one and the same? Which is why we here at Viscosity Foods United have launched our newest promotion. Be the flavor. Yes, that's right. One lucky contest winner will have their flavor profile immortalized as a goo tube. And all you need to do is find the golden goo. And that is a single goo tube with scintillating golden contents, and before you know it, our crack scientists will be harvesting your genetic makeup for the flavor extraction process. Think, pod listener. Long after you die, you will still live on forever, dancing across the future's taste buds as a delightful phantom of flavor. If that isn't the dream, what is? I'm Goose Gobblegoop, and we here at Viscosity Foods United can't wait to make a goo out of you. Goo tubes are a registered trademark of Viscosity Foods United. Goo tubes are not approved by any regulatory body for consumption and are considered a novelty product for ages 27 and above. Viscosity Foods United holds no liability for damage, disease, dismemberment, or death if eating or otherwise not using the product for its intended purpose. If you or a loved one is struggling with goo tube abuse, we encourage you to reach out to a medical professional. Viscosity Foods United is a family company. Well, that was something. Anyway, those quick announcements. Our website will be down for a redesign, so fret not, fair web surfer. Those machines have not prevailed. We'll have it back and better in no time. Additionally, if you're a patron, first of all, thank you. Second of all, we crave your Sky Metal dedications. It's super easy. The ever marvelous Sam Prime has this slick little Google form you can use. And come on. The very loyal 2, plus Alwyn and Brixby, desperately need your assistance. Now, of course, some of you may be like, patron? Discord? To that I say yes and yes. We are here into your ears by the good grace of our wonderful supporters on Patreon and Ko-fi, whatever. Please feel free to join them if you're able. Whether you are or not, please join all of us in our Discord. Yes, the whole real cast is there, minus one of us who may be replaced by a generative language model while contract negotiations continue, along with a group of witty and wonderful scrappers. Come on by. And that's it, folks. And this is Pod Against the Machine.
Against the machine.
Welcome back to Pot Against the Machine, the actual play podcast that's made out of skin, tufts of hair, and goop. I'm your host, and here's everybody.
Aren't we all?
No.
I'm really worried that was the first time you didn't use the word only.
Well,
there are other podcasts out there.
If you think about it, like, a lot of things are made out of skin, tufts of hair, and goop.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Skin, tufts of hair, and goop is my favorite flavor of GooTube. It's great on these hot summer days. You really feel the goop as it kind of gets caught in your throat.
I was going to say, the worst part of that is absolutely going to be the hair. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Well,
that is rough.
Yeah.
The hair makes it stick around,
It's true.
which is... It's what you want in that
You
situation.
have to.
Is it?
You have to let it linger.
It tickles with flavor.
Like eating badly shucked corn.
Well, yeah, and other podcasts are made of skin, tufts of hair, and goop, just like our friends at the Dungeon Dive Bar podcast. Yeah, we're back fixating on people right now, but now we're fixating on a podcast, so listen to them.
Good friends.
Emerald Spire.
Yep, they're nearly done. A different tower.
Super Dungeon.
Sorry that we had to precede you with gross hair jokes.
They probably appreciate them. Maybe. I mean, they were pretty gross.
Just such a texture.
Let's see. Previously on the program, the party just barely managed to defeat the green riot suppressing robot, which was very good at its job. It knocked out Kira. It knocked out some Azers, and then it knocked out Kira again, but eventually it did get lightninged to death. After that, the party made friends with the Azers, escorted them out of the tower, refused a gift of a silver hammer from Maxwell, and everybody took a nap. After which the party went up to level 10, which I'm sure will not be the bane of my existence for the next couple dozen episodes. And then the party went back into the tower, went all the way up to the 7th floor, where they found themselves a crane. And this crane, it was menacing. It didn't actually get to do anything but sort of just like swing its boom arm like, boom, gonna bring the boom. And then everybody beat it up until it fell apart. That was sad. Probably could have done some cool stuff. After that, they went into a lab where there was a disassembled gearsman, found that there were some good tools in there, some good gearsman chunks. And then they opened up the next door and found a really, just viscerally gross robot viscera trap, behind which was a weird drum and the 4th nanite cocoon. With the power of Asher shooting things off the wall and an unseen servant, they managed to shoot the thingy off the wall, and the servant scooted in, dodging the traps, pulled out the treasures, and now the party's got a weird drum and a nanite cocoon, and they're standing in a lab. And that's where we are now.
So Cleary is going to be hanging out with us for a couple hours, or until something terrible befalls them.
Is that your new invisible friend?
Yeah, it's our intern.
Oh, well. And Asher will look in completely the wrong direction. Like, it's nice to meet you, Cleary, intern. Intern Cleary.
Yeah, that sounds better.
To the same invisible figure, Kier will hand a sticker that says, "Good intern."
Oh, now it's seen.
That one will say, "I really like your Ramona and Beezus books."
This is going to look great on your resume. Now, I'm going to need you to open this door. So, shall we check that other door on the floor?
Sure.
Yeah, you have to spend your requisite 18 seconds in the airlock. Everybody all crammed in once more, but
Now with an invisible servant crammed in with us.
Yeah, the servant too. Just luckily it's amorphous, so it can just sort of squeeze into all the available space, and it's not long enough for everyone to suffocate. So you're fine.
Roinks?
Oof.
Aid.
Asher does not aid. He can only fail to aid on a 1 or a 2.
Owen, who needs to get at least a 12 to aid, managed to get a 19, so he aids.
Okay, yeah. So that's a 25 with my friends.
With that, doesn't appear to be locked or trapped.
Cleary.
Gonna punch the door open.
Okay, never mind.
Popping open this door reveals what appears to be a small storage closet, which is absolutely jam-packed with weapons from the look of it. There's a big old pile of like shields and longswords and nets and crossbows and bolts.
Do you want the honor of detecting Magoo, Alwyn?
Yeah, he can detect magic.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna need spellcraft on 2 of the things. Most of it's mundane, but there's 2 sets of bolts that appear to be magic.
Sure wants to do the other one. I think. Was 17 what you rolled, or is that what your bonus is? Because if your bonus is that, you're only 1 under me.
Oh, no. I have a +2.
Oh, okay. That is a nat 1 for my first roll, though. So that is a 19 on one of the sets of bolts. Which probably isn't enough to give us anything.
I have a 25 on that one with an 8.
Well, that'll reveal that there are 5 screaming bolts.
Oh, these things.
Ooh, I love those. I had those on a character in another game.
We had these in this game.
Speaking of Dungeon Dive Bar.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, we had screaming bolts from book 2.
I think the Smilers
And
had them.
crossbow.
Yeah, no, the rat people had them,
The
didn't they?
rat.
And that's a much better roll. That is a 10 for a 28 on the other set of bolts.
Well, then I think you see the real prize here. There are 10 plus 2 human bane bolts.
Does Briggs have a crossbow? I think Alwyn has one.
I have a hand crossbow.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think you took one from the other Yosoki, right? Because they had hand
Yeah.
crossbows.
I've had a hand crossbow the whole time. That's just been kind of chilling.
Yeah.
But it really hasn't made sense to use. Because even with like a human bane bolt, like I could be doing, if 2d6 is the thing that, plus like, well, I don't know, 1d2 or whatever is like my best option, then I should have just gone invisible and acid splash that thing. So
Yeah, so we can
I mean,
maybe sell these.
yeah, we can toss them in the bag.
Yeah. Free money.
All right. Well, now you've got 4 nanite cocoons, so you're kind of at a crossroads here. You can go back down to the basement and crack open the Mnemotechnic lab, or you can push on to the top of the tower where there are a few more labs, and from what you heard from the Azers, robot wizards maybe?
What would everybody like to do? I'll hold. I want to hear what everyone else would like to do first.
I want to use the nanites.
Same. I'm so glad you said that. I'm really curious about what's so important other than probably the power to this facility, but is there something else behind that door?
If we're lucky, maybe there's something down there that'll help us beat Xoud himself.
Yeah, then we are all in consensus, because I was like, this is something I want to do, and then I was like, I should really hold off on my irresponsible, yes, but...
No, Asher boofs down 100 feet and is taken out. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't do that.
Bye.
He winds up inside a ceiling. He's dead.
Or just 1 inch below a ceiling and then falls 20 feet directly onto his face. So, shall we bring our nanites 4 to the scary, scary door?
I would like nothing more.
All right.
Well, that didn't rhyme at all.
All right, well, you can head back down to the 5th floor, go back through the secret door, and head down and down and down all the way into the basement. Go around past the room with the summoning circle, past the wind tunnel room, and the altar of Xiphus, and then the prisoner chamber where Nargan Harovix is hanging out, all the way around to the room with the smoke furnace. Now you're in a cramped room, which is, of course, incredibly hot and choked with hissing pipes and sparking wires. And you have your smoke furnace taking up most of the room, but on the other end of the room is a huge metal door, which is next to an immense machine that has 4 glass domes, each the size of a human head, protruding from a panel.
Before we open this amazing, super special nanite lock, Asher will fill the mundane round revolver with the ghost salt rounds in case old cranky McDeadpants is upset that we are checking in his secret super stuff. Just wanted to make sure it was said. He's got adamantine in one revolver, ghost salt in the other.
And, Brixby's going to recast Aramze's focus. That's 8 off the 20 charge wand. In case anyone is doing Brixby's spells. So workshopping that one.
Buffs.
Anyway.
Brixby's buffs. Nice.
Yes, Brixby's buffs. Fantastic. Thank you. All right, so we pop these nanites into the door.
Well, right when you pull out each of the nanite cocoons, like each one as it comes out, like immediately the glaucite strands surrounding it just like unravel themselves and like kind of dissolve into nothing as the whole thing becomes like a cloud in your hand of these tiny little flying metal specks that then just zip right into one of the domes, and like the dome will fill up with all these little nanites and a bunch of lights come on and wires kind of like seize up like they're filled with fluid now, or just like they've been electrified, and like the machine starts to hum more, and you pull out the second one and the exact same thing happens. It's like these things know exactly what they're supposed to do, and as they go in like one by one and the whole thing lights up, you hear inside it like mechanisms going like and the lock seems to disable itself. It seems like your little nanite buddies have cracked the door for you.
So I guess it's likely this thing isn't trapped, but it's still worth checking. I'm going to take a look, and I'm not going to know how to roll on roll 20 because I don't have years of experience doing this. Okay. And if I rolled a 17 on the die, that is a 35.
Aid.
37.
Do not aid.
And then 39 for Kira, who auto-aids.
The door is definitely not locked and doesn't appear to be trapped.
Big stuff, do you want to do the honors, or should we have Airy do it?
I got it. Gently open the door and then give it a gentle tap with a fist just to make a point.
Halloween 5 footsteps away.
Yeah.
The door slides open, revealing a metal-walled laboratory that is sparsely furnished. The air within it is stale and musty. A long table against the north wall of this room contains an almost perfectly preserved corpse of a woman with bluish circuitry embedded in her skin. The top portion of her skull has been cut away to reveal a dry, pale brain, or brain-like thing where, a brain should be. On the floor at the foot of the table lies the sprawled and withered corpse of a man. Portions of these remains are completely missing, as if they were burned away by something. And standing also in this room is a strange four-legged robot with rows of crystal spheres lining its back and a single glowing eye sitting in the middle of his head.
Oh, that's not good.
Now, as you come into this room, and look at this skeleton on the floor, and the woman with the cut open head, and the robot with one eye. Who else should appear but the ghost of Furkas Xoud emerging
Every time.
from what might just be his own corpse? And he says,
Are you again? I'll show you once and for all.
I think it's time to roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Might just be a boss fight.
Boo.
I don't see Kira. Where is Kira? Oh,
Here's swarming with Brixby.
Swarming,
Under Rixby, yeah.
of course. All right.
Swarming at Brixby is Kira.
As is tradition, I will start with the northernmost character. What does Alwyn have?
Alwyn got a 14 on the die for a dirty 20.
That's pretty snazzy. Asher, who is not northernmost, but he's closest to Alwyn.
He's slightly more southern. That's a 9 off the dice for a 14. Ooh.
It's not very fast. How about Brixby? Because I can see him.
Bribby rolls a 4 for a 12.
Not too shabby. And Kira.
It's got some shab.
That's a 3 for a 9.
Ooh, not what you want.
Hate
Not
to see it.
what you want. Now, unfortunately for everyone here, this one-eyed, no-horn, walking metal people killer gets to go first. Let me just take a moment here just to never you mind. Alright, and it's gonna start you know what it's gonna do.
Kill the ghost.
Oh man.
Go for the ghost.
Of course, it should probably.
Yeah. It fires a laser at the body and disintegrates it.
Beneath its head, actually, this at first it just looks like a piece of metal, and then it swings around, and yeah, it's a rifle mounted under its head. And
What?
it's gonna just take a step on down, a couple steps just to get a straight shot, and it's gonna shoot at Brixby because he's standing in the doorway.
He was standing, unless he moved, he was standing in the same square as Kira.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, because I would like to... Oh, wait, I haven't acted yet. Oh, jeez.
Oh.
I can't take an immediate action. All right, lay it on me.
So flat-footed touch, 29.
Oh, yeah, that definitely hits.
All right. So sonic damage, 15 sonic damage, as you just get a little bit shot by a rifle that just blasts you with horrible noise. Oh, wait a second. This is a line attack. So Kira.
Oh, no.
Kira.
And Asher.
Yeah. How does a 20 to flat-footed touch sound, Kira?
Sounds bad, Sam. Sounds bad. Bad for me.
Not nearly as good. Only 7 sonic damage. And Asher, flat-footed touch. How does... Ew. Only a 17. 15 sonic damage to Asher.
Ow.
No big whoop. Yeah, the robot's done. Alwyn, you assume everything's fine. You just heard a loud noise. It was weird.
Alwyn, having distinctly heard Xoud's voice screaming at us again, is going to, as a swift action, take out the wind wand just to kind of have that at the ready. And then he is going to move 10 feet to the south just to see what the heck's going on in this other room. Upon doing that, he sees this robot, and he goes, "Oh, that's not good." And that robot has to make me a will save, if I can pronounce words correctly.
It doesn't want to. It's not willing to.
So it voluntarily fails.
So it fails automatically then, you're saying?
26 on the will save.
26 passes. Not by much, but it passes. So that is
That's
your turn.
disturbing.
My turn, I mean. Wait, no, that's your turn too. The robot's done.
I'll tell you when the robot's done. And it was already done before you started. All right. Hash it up.
Okay, well, not a huge fan of the line attack. At least now we're all four of us in the line.
I liked it when you guys were doing the lightning bolt.
Yeah. Asher is going to, I mean, be a hero. What else would he do? He is going to, it's probably not a good idea, but neither is dying. So we'll, he is going to delay until after Brixby and Kira have acted in hopes that he can get a better shot at this robot. So, good turn.
All right. Brixby.
All right, Brixby's going to 5-foot step to the northwest. I'm going to toss a knowledge engineering at this robot first before I do what I'm going to do. It's only at 21.
You couldn't even say what this thing is.
Oh, it's a very scary robot. It's a scary one. But then he's going to turn to Xoud. And what's your name again? No, he's going to turn to Xoud. And he's going to reach up, grab the amulet around his neck, whisper, before opening his eyes, looking at Xoud, and saying, "Thank you for teaching me this one." And that is a 20 versus his flat-footed touch.
Yeah.
You have just been dimensional anchored.
Wow. That's a big one.
Yeah.
For those at home, what are we talking about here?
So, many of you who have maybe listened to the podcast before, because if you didn't, it'd be kind of weird to come in on this episode. But if so, welcome and join our Discord so we can hyperfixate on you. I'm just vamping because the wonderful product from Lone Wolf, that's Lone Wolf, is just taking a moment to spread its sheet. Okay, there we go. A green ray springs from Brixby's hand. I've made a ranged touch attack to hit the target. Any creature or object struck by the ray is covered by a shimmering emerald field that completely blocks any form of extra-dimensional travel. That includes astral projection, blink, dimension door, ethereal jaunt, ethereal mist, gate and maze, plane shift, shadow walk, teleport, and any other similar like abilities. This prevents the use of a gate or teleportation circle as well. Doesn't interfere with any of the movement in terms of ethereal or astral form, so it can definitely still go into walls, but you can't teleport away from us anymore. You're trapped in here with us, and that is for 10 minutes.
That's a long time.
And Brixby will, so that was a 5-foot step, a knowledge check. He'll tell everyone, Xoud can't escape us now. You can hide in the walls, but not for long.
All right.
And that's it.
And Xoud looks at Brixby, who has walked into the room, and he says,
Why would I want to hide?
he's going to need a will save from Brixby as he imagines himself falling and falling and falling.
Is this a spell or spell-like ability?
Sure is.
All right. Let's go. Oh, that's a 12!
Well, he doesn't know at this time if it's real or not, as he's just plummeting through darkness, and he can't see the top and he can't see the bottom, and I'm going to need a fortitude save from Brixby.
I'm going to use my sky metal on this one.
I can't imagine why.
I rolled a nat 1 for a 13.
as Brixby sees himself falling through an unending void of darkness. It's just too real. And the phantasmal killer seizes up. And it kills the Rat Man. He drops dead where he stands.
I'm dead, y'all.
And, Kira, you're up. Brixby just stepped in and collapsed.
I don't think Kira's gonna make an attack on this round. Like, she sees Brix go down. Well, I guess is it not clear? Maybe it's not clear. He's, you know,
It's
I don't
not
want
clear
to.
I'm dead. I just went down.
I mean, she just didn't even see, like, anything really cause it. Just saw him collapse. So,
Okay. Geez. All right. So I guess Kira will step past and snake her way around to where she can hit this thing. Step past Brixby, worried, but like, I don't know. I've forgotten how to move my character. I don't know why I feel like my character died. My hands are shaking. And then I'm gonna try and hit it. I'm gonna rage, and then I'm going to move. As I move, I'm gonna pull out the adamantine greatsword. I'm like trying not to cry. This is awful. That's a 12. 12 plus. What did I say this was? Greatsword, Ethel. 17. 29?
that'll hit.
Great. Kira is gonna smash the ever-loving heck out of this thing. 4, 8. No. Yes, 8. 8 plus. I believe it's 20 now. Yeah, 28 points of damage with an adamantine weapon on this thing.
And there's this layer of shimmering energy around this thing that, like, it feels like the sword doesn't even actually come in contact with the robot itself. It just hits this field of shimmering energy, and the energy is definitely diminished by the attack, but it's like definitely a really strange thing.
Cool. That's my turn.
Well, that shimmering field recharges a little bit.
Can Asher reinsert? He was waiting till after Kira and Brixby went.
He sure can.
Cool. Asher is going to change his tactics, seeing the sword bounce off. He is going to run up to this creature. Once he gets a square away, he'll drop his revolvers to draw the null blade, and he's mechanically charging, so I'll get that +2 to hit, and I'll need it because it's a melee attack. Swift action to activate it, so that he'll get that sweet 2 spells thing. Should he hit, it becomes a +2 weapon also. I don't have a sky metal, but that's fine. It's also not as... I just want to... This is done. Okay, that becomes a 22 to hit.
Okay, a 22 actually does not hit.
Does it get anything extra for this thing being a construct?
It's Bane on the damage.
Because doesn't it have construct
But-
Bane on it? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know if that did to hit also.
Yeah, Bane counts as a +2 bonus on the creatures that it's Bane against. So is that accounted
which
for?
is
No,
constructs,
I
right?
only counted the +2 enhancement bonus. I didn't count the Bane additional +2, so then that would
Yeah.
become a 24.
So that will.
Oh, glad I charged. Okay, so then that does the 2 spell thingy. So a dispel and a technological disruption shenanigans.
It does a discharge, so I believe the creature gets a fortitude save against the discharge.
Yeah, is the... do I need to roll a dispel magic against its, barrier, or is that a technological thing?
That's a technological thing.
Okay.
So do you have the DC in hand for this fort save?
I am determining that.
It's probably pretty high.
I know the craft DC is high. Doesn't help me super much. So the DC... fortitude negates... I mean, I know the caster level of the item.
Okay, what's the caster
Level 11th.
Yes.
I don't know how you would determine, because you don't know, like, the primary stat.
Yeah, it says it's as discharge.
Yeah.
Does discharge have like a list on it, maybe?
Well, discharge says fortitude negates, but it
yeah,
doesn't.
it doesn't say like
Yeah, it would be like the caster's DC, but like, what's the DC if we don't know the primary stat?
Probably like 70.
We've hit. We've hit a very obscure bit of Pathfinder lore here, or rules, not lore. Magic items that produce an effect. The saving throw is DC is 10 plus the level of the spell or effect, which is discharge is level 3, and plus the minimum ability modifier needed to cast that spell.
looks like it's a 14.
So it's a DC 14.
Oh,
So
that's stupidly low.
yeah, so it does pass.
Okay, neat.
But roll your damage.
Yep, I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be a D10 plus 2d6 plus 2. So that is 16, and it's adamantine.
All right. Well, that actually manages to break through that technological like sheen of energy, and it seems like you actually do manage to hit the thing itself. Do just the tiniest bit of damage that cracks through, but whatever that field was, it appears to have been eliminated.
And it's not right about to immediately come back. Whew!
Well, now that it's the thing's turn, that field actually doesn't come back. It would only come back if it wasn't reduced to 0.
Oh, sweet.
So that may have felt wasted for a second there, but you got rid of the force field. But as a prize, this thing is about to go full attack, and I think it's gonna go for Kira first with the claw. That is a 32.
That'll do it.
Is Kira raging?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so 37 on the blur. That is 11 damage. And the free grab attempt with the claw is a 35.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Now, let me just check something real quick. Yeah, it is now going to use its two... It has these two integrated syringy things on extra arms. And one of them's going to go for the recently grabbed Kira. That is a lot. 38.
Remind me of the rules on immediate actions. Since I took a swift, am I able to use an immediate this turn?
Yeah, it eliminates your swift
but
for
it'll
next
take you
round.
Yeah, but it might be worth it. As the second spell, Asher prepared for today's Liberating Command. So that would give Kira an immediate chance to make an Escape Artist check with a whopping +2 bonus, since my caster level is still effectively 1. But it's in addition to whatever your Escape Artist.
It'll bring me up to a
Okay.
0.
Let go of her! Asher's pretty pissed.
That's an 11.
Yeah, that's not going to do it. So a 36 to hit on the injector, but it does miss on the blur. And it's going to try to hit Asher with the injector, because he's right up in its face too. That is a 23 to hit.
That hits. I don't have blur.
Let's see, the damage is low. It is 9 damage, but then we are going to need a will save from Asher, as it feels like something in this thing is like reaching into his head as this thing injects him, like as if it's like trying to get into his mind.
Doesn't sound ideal. Ooh, natural 17 for a dirty 30.
Alright, effect negated, don't worry about it. That'll bring us to Alwyn.
Alwyn is going to... actually, he can do this kind of from where he is, but he will get closer. He's going to get up next to Brixby just to be in with everybody. And then he is going to cast Haste. And he can hit all of us with that, including the unconscious Brixby.
Dead Brixby. It doesn't.
Oh yeah, dead Brixby. That's right, so then that won't affect Brixby. But the rest of us are all hasted.
Alright.
Based on your respective character tracker thingies.
Well, you were hasted. I'm afraid Brixby doesn't really get any actions while dead. But Furkas Xoud, who definitely looks pleased with himself for having dropped 1, is going to... What's he gonna do? He is just going to kind of float like over to the corner of the room. So he's kind of pointing himself in such a way as to not have the Thought Harvester robot in his cone, and he is going to just shout. We will need a fortitude save from everybody who's currently living.
Does a 35 pass, Sam?
It does.
Wow.
Asher's not deaf.
Thought I got a good one. Well, for Alwyn's saves it is 21.
Alwyn is also not deaf.
Yay.
34.
Also not deaf, but everyone will still take half of 5d6 damage. So 5d6 is 15, so 7 damage across the board. A little bit disappointing for old Furky.
Good.
Yep,
Get
prime.
right.
He's still riding high a little bit, so he's not too disappointed. And Kira, you're up.
I'm gonna hit this robot again.
While grappled, you can't use the two-handed weapon.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay, I'm going to try and break out of this grapple. That
B, which
C and B.
if it factors into your decision making, just to remind you have the option of punching it with your gauntlet if you wanted to.
Oh, fair. Yeah, great. I'm gonna punch it. Kira's upset.
You're hasted, and breaking out of grapples is just super hard. So it could be better.
Yeah, let's do a gauntlet strike. Oh, that's a natural 20. Thank you. Thanks. I feel still so sad. It's a natural 20 plus a 15, which is nice.
Oh, roll to confirm.
The confirm is 13 on the die plus 15. 28. Is that right?
28 will confirm your critical.
I hope this son of a gun's vulnerable.
It's double. It's 2x for a gauntlet thingy.
Yeah, it's just a 2 times crit, yeah.
Okay. That is... sorry, when I said my hands were shaking, that wasn't a joke. I'm going to roll that again for everyone at home. That was a 2d3 plus 266. I'm telling you that my 6 key is broken and I need a new little something. Roll. 2. You know what? I feel pretty good about that 3 plus 2. Can I just say that's a plus 20... What did I say? Plus 26?
Yeah.
5, 26, 31.
31. All right. That doesn't all go through, but it's still solid damage on this thing, and it has to make a fortitude save. I have been doing vulnerability to crits wrong. It has to make a fortitude save to avoid being stunned for a round. It is not stunned, but it is staggered for 1 round.
Can I keep punching it?
And yeah, you can keep punching.
Okay, I'm going to go for full punch. It's not as good. 8 plus 15. 27. 8 plus 15. My ability to do math has gone out the window.
8 plus 15 is
23.
23, yep. That's a hit.
Great, and that's a d3 plus 13. It's 1. So, 14, and then I'm going to punch it again with a slightly lower BAB this time for haste reasons. That's a 27.
That'll hit.
1 more d3. Fascinating stuff. 2 plus 13 is 15 points of gauntlet damage in this guy.
All right.
In theory.
Chipping away at this thing. With the hardness, it's not doing a ton, but you are getting a bunch of hits on it. And, Asher.
Seeing as it was difficult for him to make the hits with the sword, Asher's gonna just drop it where he's at in case Kira wants it or something. And then he will take a 5-foot step back into the square where he dropped his guns, pick up his revolver full of adamantine rounds, and take a single deadly aim shot for now. Against touch, that is going to be a 24 thanks to the haste.
Yeah, 24 will hit touch.
Okay, adamantine bullet coming at you for 11.
Alright, that all goes through.
So that all goes through, but wasn't Kira swinging the adamantine great? Oh, she's punching. Never mind.
Oh, she was punching.
Sorry, there's a lot going on emotionally.
Yeah.
End of turn.
Alright, it's this robot's turn. It is staggered, so that means it only gets either a standard or a move. It's going to let Kira go, relinquishing the grapple, because it's a smart robot, and it's gonna go for the sonic blast at Asher and Alwyn, which will provoke from Kira.
That's a 2 on the die, so I don't think anything happens.
Set your full BAB in your haste, and it might get up there. You have.
Yeah, well,
I guess it let me go. But so what is that? A 2 plus 19, 21.
21 doesn't quite do it.
It's still pretty close though, because we know a 24 hit.
24 versus touch for Asher on the sonic rifle. That's pretty big damage. 14 damage.
Ow.
And Alwyn 25 versus touch.
Yep, that is a hit.
Only 7 sonic damage on Alwyn. And it is Alwyn's turn.
Okay, Alwyn is actually going to spend a full round action to dig the cardio amp out of the backpack of Asher, who is standing in front of him. So that will be his entire turn.
Alright, that seems like a reasonable thing to do. Brixby, unfortunately, does not get a turn once more. Now, Furkas is, he's not the happiest camper in the world. Just because, he's standing over here, he's being kind of ignored by everybody in the room when he's supposed to be the big boss guy. So he's going to cast a spell and, let's see, what's he going to do? He's just going to pick up the body of what appears to be Cassandra Lee, and he's going to telekinetically throw it at Kira. That is only a 14 hit.
14 will not hit.
Alright, well, I think what this looks like is he telekinetically throws most of a dead android at Kira, and Kira gets hit with most of a kind of ragdoll person who just falls to the ground and isn't a very effective weapon. And Kira's up. You were not grappled.
Great. Where did you say Asher dropped the sword?
Asher did drop the sword.
It would be diagonally adjacent.
And it is in the square adjacent. Yeah.
Cool. Can I grab it from where I am, or do I need to step into that square?
No, it's as a move action, you can grab it from any adjoining square.
Gonna move action that, grab that, drop the adamantine greatsword, and swing this. Just put it in my hero lab, so hopefully that's correct. Let's see. That is disgusting. A 9 plus 12. No, we just said 21 doesn't work. That's just one hit.
Yeah, your regular fist.
I have a
-4
-4 for being non.
That's only if you're using it one-handed.
No, if
Oh, okay. So
yeah, it's a weird weapon, but using it with two hands, which I assume Kira would do, you don't have that -4.
okay. I also have a -3 for untyped penalty. I don't know what that is.
Weird.
I don't know what that would be.
Okay. So well, with
Do you have strength damage?
no.
Did you have that -3 when you were attacking with your other stuff?
Oh, apparently I do. Maybe
Okay.
I.
Yeah. So it's So
Okay, so that's gonna be then. What did I just say? 21 plus -4, 25.
That'll hit.
That is 1d10
Plus
14.
2d6 because it's a construct.
Nice. So wait, 1d10 plus 14 plus 2d6.
Yep.
Cool. 1d10 plus 14 plus 2d6. 6, 12, 5, 17, plus 14. Come on, Aziza. 17 plus 14. I can do this. 31
All right.
points of null blade damage.
And Null Blade is adamantine, right?
It's
it's
No
adamantine and that other metal. No qual.
All right. Well, that all does seem to go through, and the discharge, it has to make a DC 14 save, and it nat ones. So it is staggered for 1d4 rounds.
That's huge.
The creature remains staggered for 2 rounds.
Wow.
Right.
Nice.
Can I keep hitting it?
That's pretty big. You used a move
I
action,
think-
so you only get the one.
Oh, I'm
attack
using
up
that.
the
You're right.
sword.
You're right. My
Yeah.
bad. Okay. All right. That's my turn.
All right. Asher, there might be an opening here.
And Asher will take advantage of it. He is going to use a swift action to focus his aim and then fire 4 adamantine bullets at it with a rapid shot, hasted full attack, deadly aim. The lowest is poor. It's only a 15 against touch.
15 will still hit touch.
Oh, cool. Then we're going to have 48 plus 44 coming at you with adamantine bullets.
Oh, good.
It is only now, when you mentioned touch, that I realized this thing is a medium creature and not a large, like I was assuming it was, despite looking at it on a screen.
Yeah, it is. I had to double check that because I missed so many large things before, but this is a medium creature.
The artwork just made me assume it was large, that when it shrank back down, my brain kept it a size bigger.
That is 63 adamantine bullet damage.
That's so many damage.
And
And this robot whirs and flails and falls to the ground.
yes. As in it was reduced to 0 or
Those globes on its back
lower.
explode in
Get
death.
that grip point right back.
As in it was reduced to 0 or lower.
Free action. Loads that gun back up with adamantine rounds just because he can. And then he just gives the nastiest glare to Furkas. Doesn't have any mechanical benefit to it. But he glares really nasty.
I just popped a better picture of this robot in the chat, in case you want to see it. The robot doesn't get a turn after it gets blasted, so it is Alwyn's turn.
Alwyn is going to reenact his favorite movie, Pulp Fiction, and jam this needle directly into Brixby's chest.
Alright, so I need to make a fortitude save. Kindly behind the scenes, Izzy has granted me the use of their sky metal.
Take it.
This is not a gimme. I have to, because it accrues a round, I've been dead 2 rounds, so I have to beat a DC 17 fortitude save. And I don't, and I stay dead. I rolled a 1, then a 2, then a 3.
How many doses does that cardio amp have?
I don't have it on my sheet because I stole it from you, so I don't.
I just know the description talks about subsequent uses, and so
Sadly, it was only 1 dose.
expletive.
Absolutely brutal, these rolls. So Brixby is still dead. Is Alwyn going anywhere?
No, I think he's probably just still staring at Brixby, expecting this to work. It's honestly, I think, what he does for the rest of his turn. He doesn't use his movement.
I think Furkas is going to... He's going to drop a fireball just on the other side of the door, so... Let's see, that's not smart, because that will not hit Kira. So I think what he's going to actually do is he's going to float through the wall. Now, he can't get far enough. Furkas is get a little bit frustrated by his spells
Frickin' run.
available right now, but he feels like he's got an advantage here. So I think what Furkas is going to do is he's just going to drop his little spectral miasma on all of you. So you're all surrounded in a life-sapping mist that's familiar by now. And everyone takes 8 negative energy damage while surrounded by this mist. And then he's gonna drop a fog cloud in the room. So now you can only see 5 feet. And it is Kira's turn.
We saw where he was before he dropped the fog cloud, right?
Yeah.
Can I move in that direction?
You can indeed. It is difficult terrain though, so it's no 5-foot step.
Got it. Oh, regular footstep. To the northwest, in the direction that we last saw. At least, I just don't even like him, and all the names that I have are swears, so never mind. I'm gonna try again with the Null Blade, because that's what she's holding. That's a 1.
It's not
yeah,
going
and
to
I
do
moved,
it.
So.
All right. Asher, it's nice and foggy.
Yeah, it's not ideal. But just for S's and G's, he can't see Furkas, but he can expend 2 uses of lay on hands to channel to harm undead. So just eat it, dude, and roll me a fortitude save or will save.
right.
Or your lowest
Whatever
save.
the lowest one is. I don't know how to tell you this, but it is a 29.
I mean,
save.
I knew that it wouldn't be full damage. So 6 total will mean 3 positive energy damage as this burst of kind of angry but holy light comes out. It's weird, but it happens. That's a standard. And yeah, then he'll use a swift to lay on hands himself, and that'll be the end of this. Well, I guess he can still move in the direction. Might as well at half speed. 5. So yeah, he'll move closer. That's his turn.
All right. Asher is mad healthy, and Alwyn is up. It's cloudy.
Alwyn uses the Wand of Gust of Wind that he's been holding since the start of the fight to clear this stuff away.
All right. It will be a round before it goes, but next time your turn comes around, the fog will be gone.
And the miasma's gone also, correct?
Yeah. All right. That'll bring us back around to Furkas, and he's gonna reach out and try to touch Kira. That is a 19 versus touch.
Hang on. That'll do it.
All right. I need a fortitude save.
That's another 1. But the 1 plus 17.
Well, a natural 1 is an automatic fail. So
Yeah, that's fair.
on the corrupting touch, as the negative energy pours from Furkas into Kira, she takes 47 negative energy damage. And he's laughing. He's feeling pretty good right now, and just
I hate
laughing
this
right.
person that doesn't exist so much.
He's a very hateable fella, and I don't feel good about being in him right now, but he feels good about being in him. And it's your turn.
I don't even know that Kira reacts to this, honestly. I'm just say at this point she can sense something is off. And due to her overprotective trait and being more than 10 feet away from her fallen friend, she also has a -2 on all of her everything. So it's skill checks. Which is fine. She doesn't make those anyway. So just going to go back and hit it with a chainsaw. No, hit it with a...
Oh, I do have to roll blur on that corrupting
Blur.
touch. Thank you, Jeff, in the chat for keeping me honest. But it is a 98 on the blurb,
Ah,
so...
Of course it is.
Ugh, Jeff in the
right.
chat.
That's pretty good.
Oh, no.
That is an 11 on the die plus, what do we say? 16 for the null blade. 27? 11 plus 16? Yeah, 27.
27 actually does not hit Furkas Xoud.
Of course not. Can we see? I missed that. Can I keep attacking?
Yeah, you can keep attacking. He does have 20% concealment, so I should have had you roll that, but you missed, so it didn't matter.
Cool. That's a 15. Sorry, 15 plus 16 again. 15 plus 15 is 30, so 15 plus 16 is 31.
That'll hit.
Great. This is not a construct, so it's just 1d10 plus 14.
+1, because it's a +1 weapon. Yeah, baby.
Heck yeah. That's a 3 for 17. 17 null blade.
Alright, since it is incorporeal, only half of that goes through.
Alright, and one more time. That's a 3 for a 10.
That's
Or
not gonna do
an
it.
11.
Still not gonna do it.
Alright, that's my turn.
Alright, Asher.
Weirdly, Asher's going to delay as he can tell that wind has blown the fog away. He's going to pop back in after Alwyn's turn.
Wild. Well, Alwyn's turn comes around, and miraculously, the fog does go away.
All right. Alwyn, channeling some of this new power he felt after we beat up those robots yesterday, is going to cast a spell and hold it, and then he is going to move up behind Kira, touch her on her back, and cast Cure Critical Wounds, which is... how many d8 is this? It's like all of them, isn't it? 4d8 plus 1 per caster level. That's 7. So I'm gonna roll that in here. So that is 24, or no, level 7. So that's 26 points of healing to Kira.
Thank you.
And that will be his turn.
Alright. Asher.
First things first, smite evil on this evilman, and then rapid shot, full attack, deadly aim, hasted, 4 ghost salt, smite bullets coming at old Furkas the Jerkus. I wish all of them were crits, but none of them are crits. So the lowest is a 15 against touch.
15 will not hit touch.
Okay. The second lowest is a... Oh, well, yeah, they're all... The rest of them are all so good. 19 or higher.
Yeah, 19 or higher will definitely hit.
Okay, and since this is the... So the first one will be double my paladin level for damage. So the bonus will be... So I'm going to roll that one separately. I'll just count my paladin level 4 times instead of 3, since it's all salty smitey. That is 47 points of salty smite.
That's a lot of damage, and it all goes through.
Excellent.
I have to do math. My brain.
I don't have any witty catchphrases, I just want to murder him.
You said 37 damage?
40.
He had 36 hits.
47.
47. So 27 damage is what you're saying?
I'm saying 47, and
Alright.
it bypasses all DR, and it does And it's a ghost.
He don't like it.
Yeah.
He's not a fan.
Yeah. Ghost salt and everything.
Yeah, that was the first, like, real solid chunk of damage on Furkas, today, at least. So, Furkas thinks you're being a real jerkus. And, he's gonna drop another cloud in this room. And this particular cloud requires fortitude saves from everyone. As it stinks.
Despite our filter masks.
I forgot about the filter masks, and that means he forgot about the filter masks. So you don't even care about how stinky it is.
True.
But you do care that it is remarkably thick. And once again, makes the whole room difficult terrain. Other than that, it doesn't really matter. Oh, I guess it is also still hard to see. So he's got that going for him. And, Kira, you're up. You don't care that it stinks, but you do care
Don't care.
that he stinks.
I do, yes. Accurate, all true. Gonna keep full attacking. Got to get new dice. Okay, that's a natural 20. And a 17 on the die plus 16 to confirm.
Well, unfortunately, without Ghost Touch, you can't crit a ghost, but that is a hit.
Take a hit. That's another 3. 3 plus 14 plus 1. 3 plus 15, 18.
Alright, and can you roll concealment?
Oh, yeah, right. That's a D100, right?
Yeah. Just gotta beat 20.
This is not a good night. This is a bad night. That's a 7.
Alright, so, yeah, the fog just makes it a little too hard to see him.
Right, that is a 16 plus 16, 32.
32 will hit. Concealment.
Second. Oh, that's an 88. Better.
Alright.
A little better. That's a 6 plus 14 for 20 points of damage. Doesn't all go through.
Alright.
Was that 2? That was 2.
That was 2.
And that is a 9 on the die plus a 11 for a, no, dirty 20.
Yeah, that won't do it.
That's my turn.
All
Oh,
right.
wait a second. That second one. I have to take a -2. It is on attack rolls also. I don't remember what I said. I think I said a 31. Does that sound right? To 32. 32 because 16 plus 16. So that should be a 30.
Still hits, yeah.
Great. Cool.
Alright, Alwyn. It's cloudy again. No chance of meatballs, though.
Yep, Alwyn is going to spend another charge on this wand.
Alright. Burning resources. Going anywhere, or you sticking around?
He is going to stay where he is because he's within touch range of Kira and he's a 5 foot away from being touched from Asher. And he's got Kira between him and the murder ghost. So he is going to stay put.
Alright. Asher, Murder Ghost is harder to see than he was a moment ago.
Yeah, so it's going to take a full round for that to clear. So if he waits, then he just loses a round, essentially.
Yeah.
So he will free action, reload his guns full of bullets, Well, he's only carrying the one gun now because he only picked up the one canonically, which is great because he had a free hand to reload. And he'll just use another swift to lay on hands himself and just... I can be smarter than me. And also ready in action to, when the cloud clears, fire a deadly aim shot at Furkas Xoud.
All right. Well, that brings us back around to Furkas again, and I think he felt like it worked well the last time. He's just gonna reach out and touch Kira.
Yeah, bring it. Do your worst.
Oh, that's a 4 against touch?
Yeah, your worst sucks, dude.
Does a 4 hit your touch?
No, doesn't. Not even my touch. I'm raging and distracted,
I'm just
and it doesn't hit.
going
me,
easy
so.
on you because I'm winning by so much. So, you're all gonna die soon, like your friend.
Oh, well,
And now Kira's up.
rage confirmed.
Now that he's,
Yeah, I'm not actually sure Kira hears any of that. She's in a state. And again, just keep attacking. That is a 15 plus 16, 31.
31 will hit concealment.
I'll roll the blur. Roll concealment, my bad. 61.
Yep.
That's max damage. 10 plus 14, 24. No, 25, right? It's a plus 1.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, 25.
All right. So that goes through. He's starting to leak ectoplasm.
Second roll is an 18 plus 16, which is more than 31.
Yep.
Need to bust out my D100, but I'll keep rolling here for now. Roll 1. 69.
Nice.
It automatically turns into a crit, right?
6 plus 15, 21. Yeah.
All right.
Right, and last hit. That's a 6. 6 plus. No, I don't think that's going to do it. 6 plus 11. Yeah, that's 17.
No luck there.
Right, Kira's
Now
just
you
screaming in this thing's
run
face.
away?
No,
I assume.
absolutely not. I hate him so much. I hate him so much.
And Alwyn, on your turn, once more, the wind has done its job and the cloud is blowing away.
Okay, now would that trigger Asher's action before I go then?
I'm not sure exactly the order of how that works, so I guess Asher can take his shot.
Sure.
I think technically it's after your standard action, but whatevs. We can play fast and loose at this time.
Just the fastest, loosest. 18 against touch.
18 does hit touch.
Whew. That is 14 points of damage.
Alright. He's looking pretty hurt. He's juicing everywhere.
Alwyn then will expend another level 4 slot. Roll it in there again. Ugh, that's not a great roll. But we add 7 to that, so it is 21 more points of healing to Kira. And he is going to stay where he is, so that is his turn.
Alright, Asher. You've got a chance here.
Yeah, he does. And as this fog is cleared and he has his full complement of actions and shots, he's going to spend a swift action to focus his aim. So it'll be 4 deadly focused, smote, salted bullets coming at Furkas Xoud. And of course, the first one's a 1, but I'll ignore it. So nothing happens. 3 more bullets. Why can't I crit you today? But yeah, all of them at least meet that 18 from the previous one.
All right, so we're talking 3 hits.
3d8 plus 45. That's 53 points of Salty Smite.
And as some of the smoke that surrounds the ghost here floats over and joins into Asher's ever-expanding cloud of grit, Furkas Xoud shouts,
You haven't heard the last of me! I'll be back! I'll be back forever! And I'll haunt the rest of your days!
but he disappears. And you're standing in the basement of the choking tower with the dead bodies of Cassandra Lee, of Furkas Xoud, and of Brixby Rentail. And after an epic fight, I'm going to bed.
Good night, sweet prince of a rat.
Good night, Sam.
Good night, Sam.
Good night, Sam.
Against the machine. Against the machine.
Pot Against the Machine is property of Network Against the Machine LLC, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron Gods Adventure Path are property of Faisal Publishing. See their website for more details. Theme Against the Machine was written and performed by our own Zach. See the show notes for additional music and sound licensing. If you enjoyed the show, we encourage you to leave us a review.
Caught behind the crag.
Couldn't start recording because I was caught behind the crag.
TM.
See behind the sea.
Where did we move to? Why am I in front again?
Something weird's happening.
Wait, I'm in a wall.
Yeah,
I'm in a wall.
you're in a wall.
Goodbye, Alwyn.
I see the worm guy again, too.
All right.
Oh, yeah. I prepared Swipe today. We need to go by there again.
I'm not going by there again. I
give
almost
me your
failed that
Gutu.
phantasmal killer with a natural 15. I'm not going anywhere near that guy.
All right, I'll send Cleary.
I know what robots with one eye means from the last 12 of these we've fought. These guys are probably alien robots.
Why would you think they were anything?
Honestly, I've changed my mind, and so have my dogs. Asher's going to be a hero shortly. Yeah, when Sam predicted a T Pizza K, I was really hoping he was joking.